Hey guys, Ranshin here, bringing all yet another League of Legends Korean Challenger solo queue commentary. It's a lot of work that I have to get out there every single time. So yeah, more League of Legends awesomeness. Aren't you guys looking forward to it? You know you are. Anyway, let's start off by going over the teams real quick. SKT T1's Faker, second best Korean player in the world according to solo queue rankings, playing Jarvan. Coming up, Blitz. Woohyun playing Lissandra. Burger King playing Ezreal, and he's apparently not connected yet. Rushdog playing the Lee. This is all the blue side. The other side, we have yoeFW Maple playing the Zed. Savila playing the Kayle in the jungle. Koreans seem to really like the Kayle jungle. CJ Entus player, who's unfortunately my computer won't show, playing the Alistar. Ryze being played by Korean letters. My computer won't show, and another player is disconnecting. And Topnotch something playing the Corki. So we actually have two players on both sides, both one ADC and one other player disconnecting, and connection problems and all sorts of annoying things happening. Hopefully this actually gets fixed before the game starts, because Lee Sin's going to be jungling, and phew, there you go. Otherwise he'd be in trouble. He should actually make it to the jungle in time. I'm going to be directing the camera. I could do this, but I don't think it's as fun. I do actually find it quite interesting that Kayle jungle is actually seems to be quite popular in the Korean meta. So that's fun. Seems we're going to have a Blitz and an Ezreal bottom here, and they're going to pull for the Lee. On the opposite side, we're going to have an Alistar and the Corki. Taking the Gromp. I've actually seen the strategy used once before. I do believe you can actually do this here bottom as well, but it's actually easier doing this because it's one target and you can just burst it down much quicker. Actually a really good strategy to get the level advantage. It's going to give one of the person that gets the last hit, he's actually going to get level 2 from this. So if they can actually give Alistar level 2, he's going to have the headbutt pulverized combo right out of the gates, and that's a great big advantage. We actually had directed camera on there. I'm going to see who gets level 2 here. They're actually going to give it to Corki. Also smart unless they really want to go early aggression, but against Ezreal and Blitzcrank, early aggression is not really the way you want to go. You kind of want to react more rather than play offensively in a way, I guess. But, you know, just depends. But, you know, he's going to take it. Quite possibly he does already have Valkyrie, and that's just going to allow him a little bit more survivability power. Jarvan mid, I find this to be actually quite interesting. I thought it was going to be Lissandra, but it's going to be Lissandra top against the Ryze. Ryze has been nerfed quite heavily recently, so not quite the champion he used to be. But, you know, in the hands of someone who mains Ryze, he's still going to take full advantage of it. And, like, real late game Ryze is still really powerful, no matter what. So you got to be careful against him no matter what it is you do. Jarvan against that is going to be an interesting matchup, though. Jarvan does have that poke with his Q. Bot lane, we see both people with poke. Ezreal has a slightly, I would say early on in the game, Ezreal has a better poke as long as he knows to hit it. There's that nice combo there. Quite a bit of damage kind of from that Corki almost holding Ezreal in the Gatling gun for quite a while, and that just chunks him down in health. And that's going to take his potion away. They do have to be a little bit careful in how far they engage. They can't engage. As soon as the creeps are pushed to this position, it is pushed, so Ezreal is going to have a little bit more harder time blasting some of these creeps. Yeah, it's going to have a slightly harder time blasting these creeps. But if it's frozen just outside the range, he has to be careful against the Blitzcrank. And actually now, Alistar leaving here. They're going straight on this nice headbutt, making sure that Jarvan can't actually escape. And that's going to be first blood on the Alistar. Maybe not quite intended on giving him the first blood, but they're going to be able to push the tower a little bit. And that's a great gank there. Meanwhile, Corki being forced to play a little bit more safe, but he's actually going to get quite a few levels staying here by himself, and he does have the Valkyrie. Also, Ezreal is low, so it's actually not a bad idea to take advantage of this. Corki not going to pop his potion. Lee Sin seems to be wanting to commit to do something against this. Zed, don't think he's going to go by himself. His level 3, Zed is level 4, and Zed can actually bring out a lot of burst. Top lane, we see Ryze actually trading a little bit with this Lissandra. Seems like he's in a little bit of trouble. He's forced to eat one of his biscuits. Lissandra is also eating one of her biscuits. Biscuits being eaten on all sides. Seems like people have gone B at this point. Corki fairly healthy. Ezreal being forced to go back, as the Blitz actually does the same thing. Nope, no, he's not. He's just going to stay in lane and actually grab himself some experience. Stay around and see if he can accomplish something. I think Blitz was also going to want to roam soon. The problem with Blitzcrank is that he brings a lot of power early in the game, providing he can land hooks. A Blitzcrank who can't land hooks isn't nearly as powerful. And unfortunately, Blitzcrank late game is just not nearly the playmaker we want it to be. Just Thresh is, as some say, he is the improved Blitzcrank. And in some ways that is true, just because, for instance, Thresh just brings so much more utility to a team than just Blitzcrank. Faker doing a little bit of damage to the opposing Zed. It seems like Alistar wants to actually go mid yet again. It's not warded, so Faker's going to be in trouble here if he gets hit. A little, not pushed very far, actually. Zed and Alistar seems like they might want to roam. Blitzcrank also coming along mid, sees that the enemy support is missing. We're going to see whether there is going to be an engagement or not. There's a pink board there being put down by the red team. Alistar is going to see that, so he's going to at least take it out. And that's going to give Jarvan some information as well. Is Alistar actually going to engage on this? It's going to be a 2v2. Woohyun is fairly close by, so he can actually assist if he decides to do so. They might try to go in on this. Both AD carries are actually bot lane, not doing anything. Meanwhile, Woohyun is actually going to go and try to meet this Kayle. Sees that the double golems are actually not there anymore. Kayle has meanwhile just bought herself a bunch of support items, wards, potions, and has a Ranger's Trailblazer. While we also have a Ranger's Trailblazer, it's hard to say, alongside the longsword. Top lane, see the Ryze against the Lissandra, still only the 1 kill for the red side. Bottom, oh, Ezreal getting himself so heavily out of position. The heal coming in for Corki, that actually is going to guarantee his survival. Ezreal possibly could have turned that at least into a 1 kill for himself, but nice heal there for Corki to actually get the kill for himself. So it's going to be 2 kills now for the purple side. And Corki is now level 5, almost getting level 6. It's going to have a level advantage over this Ezreal quite a bit, so using actually good opportunity to go B. Since I don't think he's not going to make it here in time. Alistar, however, might want to run out. Nice little pop there by Blitzcrank. I do think this Alistar is going to die. Woohyun gives him a great position. And yeah, no matter what happens here at this point, they're going to be fine. Alistar doing his best to try to survive as much as possible, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. If it had his ultimate, that would have been probably a little bit of a different story. Meanwhile, now there's also engagement coming in. Zed actually going to use his ultimate. Jarvan ults right on top of him, almost getting the kill. The ignite, barely not going to be enough. They don't get the Jarvan there either, but the ignite almost killing the Zed. Nice response there by Jarvan to actually make sure to survive. He now actually can also go under the tower, pop a potion, and stay alive as well. Meanwhile, now we see the Lissandra going in on this Kayle. Is it going to be enough? The soul's coming in. Nice war jump there. Kayle's just going to be trying to run as far as possible. She doesn't have her ultimate yet. Her heal almost up. Is she going to slow her down? Nope, not going to happen. Lissandra just going to take care of that there. Also going to kill this pink ward. Nice few respawn kills here for blue team as they finally get them some kills of their own. We can also see who actually manages to control the dragon. They're going to have a little bit of vision here in this river now for blue team, so they're going to be able to control the map just a little bit better. They're going to clear mid lane as well to guarantee that this set can't farm as easily as he has been. And I'm sorry that I'm a little bit late in doing all this stuff. Jeez, look at that. Actually, let's... Oh, look, just as this happens, I actually missed a kill bot. Sorry about that, guys, but... Ezreal caught yet again by the Alistar and Corki, so definitely not counting anyone out of this game anytime soon, guys. This is far from over on any side. Lissandra has a significant advantage in last hits. Blitzcrank goes, gets the pull despite... Oof. Would have wanted that pull before the flash. If he'd gotten that, that would have been a dead, very, very, very dead Ryze. Lissandra didn't have her ultimate at the time, so that's the result. Seems like Blitzcrank doing a great job of roaming here. This is kind of what you want as support Blitzcrank. You just want to be a playmaker. You want to take advantage of that. Blitzcrank, I'm sorry to say, I mean to say Alistar and Blitzcrank are in that way very similar supports in that they want to go in the game and they want to make plays. They have big skills that can actually accomplish quite a bit. Alistar is a little bit stronger in my opinion in that he has, first of all, his ultimate that allows him to tank a lot of damage and a lot of CC all by himself while still having that big headbutt stomp combo. That's the word. Headbutt pulverize combo, or even just flash pulverize and headbutt someone into your own team. You're gonna have the combination going really strong now. Kayle is actually going to collapse the pawn. She's gonna instantly pop her ultimate, going to be kicked away. That actually might put her in a slightly better position. She's going to turn around and try to attack as much as possible. Now Demacia almost coming in. Jarvan trying to turn this and do as much damage as possible. Ryze actually going to Zed, meanwhile, also going to get the kill in response against the Jarvan. Is he going to die for it though? Doing a great job of dodging the Lissandra spells, but couldn't juke to the right either as Ezreal was there. He's meanwhile just going to arcane barrage this bot lane in order to try to force this Corki back. He saw that coming. He's going to be perfectly fine. Now they're going to give Lissandra this blue buff, it seems. She's actually doing quite well. Quite a few last hits. Ryze has had a significant amount of trouble against her, obviously. Mid lane are fairly even regarding last hits and kills. Now Ezreal yet again being forced back. Corki has a lot more last hits than this Ezreal. There's one talking about flashing in. Is it going to be enough? He doesn't have his arcade shift anymore. Going to flash for it. Ezreal going to pop the heal though. It's going to be fine just because of that. very little mana on Corki, so he didn't have the bombs to follow it up with. Unfortunately, Kayle now coming in to response on the other side. Everybody slowly collapsing in. Ezreal actually staying in the fight using his potion. Jarvan gonna come in. Ooh, nice headbutt there from Alistar, actually forcing them back. Corki getting really low there, but still barely gonna be able to get away with his life. Gotta say, really nice play there by Alistar, actually saving his AD carry. I'm gonna have one sip of water if you guys don't mind. Direct the camera for 2 seconds while I have that. They're gonna give, I think, is the Zed gonna take it? Yeah, the Zed is gonna take it just for the cooldown reduction. I thought maybe they'd grab it to Kayle because she can actually utilize both the mana and the cooldown reduction, but it's fine. She actually doesn't have her ult up, so I believe. No, she does, I'm sorry. It's also great in that it actually helps with the ults. And now I'm all done with the vision. Now I've messed up the Fog of War, and now I have no idea. There you go. For a second, I have no idea what to do. Arcane Barrage coming through there and actually not hitting anybody. Let's see. So far, I gotta say, blue side seems to be controlling the map just a little bit better, despite the plays. Ryze gonna be forced back yet again. I'm surprised this tower hasn't gone down yet, despite all these plays. But we are gonna see red side actually gonna attempt the first dragon. Corki goes by to help against this, and blue team is a little bit out of position. They're all top, and everybody came in close on this. Some people are low, for instance Zed, so if blue team is on time, no, not even close to on time, even to force a fight here. Ezreal just going to take this time to catch up a little bit. Has a Tear of the Goddess and a Sheen, so he's going blue Ezreal build. We see this Lissandra actually forcing a little bit on this Alistar. And meanwhile, 3 people collapse top using this opportunity to actually kill the Ryze. Make sure that he cannot catch up because Ryze is a late game beast. That's his massive strength. So that's what I want to take care of. Seems like Zed actually going to try to go for an assassinate here on this guy. The ultimate on him. Does he have enough damage? Flash and Arcane Shift. Yep. Enough damage and he gets away just fine to boot. Look at that. Deathmark kills him instantly. Arcane Shift and Flash not enough to actually get the save. Ryze gonna come in here to teleport to try to go in this Lee Sin, kicking Ryze out, and Jarvan in position. He doesn't have Flash anymore to try to root, but nope, that's gonna be it. Nice kill here for Lee Sin. Playing it really aggressively with the Jarvan and netting a nice kill out of it. Red team, despite the early dragon, is not in a very good position to respond to this. Alistar is actually running a little bit haphazardly. So for not a lot of items on him aside from a Sightstone and Moby Boots. Let's see the opposite side. Blitzcrank's been running around with his Moby Boots aside to himself. Has a Targon's Brace now. It's a little bit extra health, makes him just a little bit more tanky. Base health regen always helps. Also the Execute is fun. Bot lane, we still see the disparity. Tear of the Goddess and the Sheen on Ezreal, while Corki almost has his Triforce very close. Yeah, using his True Shot Barrage. I think I've been calling it Arcane Barrage. Sorry guys. True Shot Barrage to actually clear the lane and kill the jungle creeps, and then probably gonna get back home. Not exactly sure how much gold he has, but maybe now has enough to actually get himself a man immune. Let's see. Finally, a turret gets taken down. Top turret finally goes down to the blue team, so they're gonna get a little bit of a gold advantage here. Let me see how they actually turn this or not, whether they can. Blitz seems to be getting himself into position to try to pull someone in, but Alistar seems to be behind him. Kayle also, everybody collapsing. Blitzpull does not hit. Is Zed Kayle? Are they going to be able to kill this? Alistar going to get the headbutt pulverized combo. There's going to be a teleport coming in, but is it going to be enough? Zed meanwhile going to go in full out on the Lee Sin. He's going to be forced away, kicked by Lee Sin. Lissandra going to be forced to flash away to get away. Still no kills. Damage on all sides, bunch of abilities, bunch of CC. Nobody dies. Everybody just kind of engages and disengages. People go in, they get forced back, like Lee Sin kicking away Zed, headbutting, pulverizing going on. And now Alistar's like, I know what you did last summer. I'm gonna get you. And they do. Shutting down Lee Sin, that's gonna help. Also, bot tower finally goes down. So red team still most definitely back in this game. They have a stronger carry. And as soon as he has his Triforce, that's going to be Corki time. That's going to be Corki time. That's going to be a significant power spike for Corki. We see actually a glacial shroud now on this Ezreal. So he's going crazy blue build. It's a little bit non-standard, but you know, Koreans like it. Blue Ezreal. just so you can go around. You never run out of mana, because one of the most annoying things as Ezreal, and actually as Corki too, is to run out of mana. Corki, as we speak, actually going to be pushing down this tower. Some people buying back. Let's see whether Ryze is actually even close to catching up, shall we? 79 last hits to Lissandra's 130 at this point in the game. Not too great. Only a tier and a catalyst, so far he just needs to stay top lane, and he just needs to farm, and he just needs to be left alone. That's pretty much what he wants to do. And once the team fight starts, then he's going to come out, use his TP. Maybe finally has a Rod of Ages, so he can actually start doing something. Zed catching Blitz there, but the lack of vision, actually he does have some vision here on some spots, but unfortunately not the top side enemy jungles, otherwise he maybe would have gone. Full on engage, meanwhile top mid. Shutting down people here. Jarvan gonna go in with his Lee Sin. They're gonna get away just fine. Oof, the pull almost getting in there. That was a kill and a kill in response. Alistar going in really aggressively just to make sure that the survive happens. Was actually, I think he was actually expecting the support of his friends just a little bit sooner. And as we speak, and as we show this, of course, we see Zed going around just assassinating Ezreal because he can. You know, I'm a ninja. That's what I think. That's what I do. We assassinate. That's our thing. Ryze, Corki, Lissandra actually going to collapse on the blue team here. They're going to catch Zed off guard. Does he have anything to try? He's going to get away and survive as long as possible. His teammates coming in from behind, trying to get to them. Not going to be in time. He's going to get shot down. Meanwhile, Corki and Ryze, can they do anything by themselves? It's 2 against 3 here. A lot of damage being taken. True Barrage coming out to spread. There's Kayle here as well. Lissandra, meanwhile, has jump back. Flash coming in from Ryze. Everybody going for it. That's going to be a big one. That's going to catch Lissandra. Are they going to continue this? Kayle with a speed boost. But Blitz with his own speed boost, I think he's actually going to be able to get away just fine. And Jarvan also has plenty of escape. Unfortunately, Lissandra at that point actually might have actually died partially due to the DC. Hope that doesn't last for too long. Everybody in the world sometimes has connection problems. Even Challenger or Korean players, guys. Happens to everybody. Challenger doesn't mean that they're sponsored by a team and who buys for them, you know, the crazy new stuff and pays for a ridiculous connection. So let's just hope that this is not the reason the game is decided. Red team, however, is going to have... Yep, there you go. Leeson is back. But red team now... Both teams should have the timer on the dragon, especially red team. There's actually here even a pink ward that has been put down, which Blitzcrank is actually going to take care of now. Blue team's going to want to get this dragon to actually equalize the position just a little bit for themselves. Let's see whether Ryze is actually... Ooh, Blitz trying to go for the pill. Did have Jarvan very close by, so he would have actually possibly be able to do something there. He's going to be waiting on that rocket grab. Cooldown yet again. It's going to be 3 people from both sides. Lissandra coming in as well. Leeson a little bit behind. They're going to need him for the playmaking. Nice ultimate coming in from Lissandra, instantly shutting down the Corki. Are they going to be able to turn this around even more? Alistar just kind of still sitting there a little bit slow on the turnaround. There he's going to be able to get. He's going to get the pulverize. He's going to headbutt someone. Dodges the grab, but barely. He's going to be forced to use ultimate. True Shepherd coming in. Doesn't take any damage. Now it's going to be 3 against 4. Finally, some support coming in from Zed. Is it going to be able to take anyone down? Jarvan jumps in. Instantly gives the Kayle. Zed and everybody just tried to get as much damage off as possible. They unfortunately die. Acing the team. Only losing Jarvan for that. That is amazing. They're going to get an easy dragon here. Blitzcrank actually trying to go for the pull, but that's not going to be enough. Overall, nice play, I must say, by the blue team there. Diving the tower, not being afraid at all. The entire team catching the red team a little bit out of position. First catching Corki with Sandra's Tomb. And Frozen Tomb, rather. That was, I must say, overall great play by them. Let's look at this. Lee Sin, aside from the Warrior, Trailblazer and Warrior, doesn't have too many items. It's almost looks like, I'm not exactly sure what he's going for here. We're going to be seeing that. Right, of course, Spectral's Carol. Sometimes I should forget what items build into what. It just happens sometimes. I apologize. Ryze, let's see, does have the Rod of Ages. Going to be working on his Archangel Staff. A little bit off on that yet. Still needs a lot of farm to be a relevant factor in this game. Also just level 10. Let's see Zed. He actually does have his Brutalizer alongside Blade of Ruin King. Once he has Ghost Blade, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage. And well, he already does a lot of damage. He's going to do more damage. He's going to be able to split push. Blitz actually running in here. Going to be warding up. I want to see what some of these other guys have. Lissandra has a Morello Namicon and working on her Zonias. And just a bunch of ward clearing going on right now. Kayle actually does have her Stinger alongside, actually going for Devour here. They're going to be trying to take the red, and I don't think blue team's really in a position to steal this. Nope, they're just going to decide to play it safe and not going to do much. Meanwhile, as we speak, actually, we're going to see Lissandra assassinating people. Now we're going to see Jarvan actually engaging in on this. Alistar going to be forced to fight back. Ryze trying to bring out the damage as well. AoE from all sides. Blue team seems to be winning this engagement. Lissandra actually is going to change position, get a double kill there on the Corki and the Alistar. And they're nice pull there from on the Ryze. And everybody just throws abilities at bottom. Lissandra getting herself a triple kill and the ace. Even more objective catching going to be going on here now. Don't think that red team is in a very good spot at this point. Two big team fights lost. They didn't do too bad early game, but now after these two big team fights, they've lost a dragon, which has kind of equalized the position a little bit. And they've also lost a lot of towers. You see blue team has only lost 2 towers. Well, both teams have only lost 2 towers, but just seems to so far the fights, despite the vision controls, seeming to be a little bit better, at least at the moment, on the side of the red team. The blue team just taking more advantage of the fights, utilizing the abilities, actually focusing one person down and just continuing to pressure. That's what happened in both times. That's what happened both times in the fights. What happens is Lissandra actually catches one person off guard in the fight near the dragon area here. They caught Corki off guard and assassinated him. Then the second fight, Lissandra was off camera, but she actually caught Zed off guard, and that created an unequal fight. Now, I don't think the red team actually has a bad team fight, but the thing is they have a little bit of an uneven team. Corki's power spike is probably like now. While Ryze is a real late game champion. Actually, Ezreal is now gonna die. No chance whatsoever. Has his Iceborne Gauntlet, but that's not gonna help much, unfortunately. He's just gonna die. Zed actually might get caught here. Oh boy. Oh boy, gonna shadow himself away, but is it gonna be enough? Grab doesn't hit, but Lee Sin is there. He's gonna slow him down. He's gonna do as much damage as he can. Alistar and Corki coming in to try to help Lissandra actually to turn this around and actually possibly gonna kill the Alistar. Alistar being forced to use the ultimate. Meanwhile, Blitzcrank just fighting the Zed, forcing him away from the fight. They are gonna get Lissandra low enough that she's gonna be forced to come away. Zed gonna turn around, try to get a kill, but that's not gonna happen. Lee Sin actually gonna kill him, and they meanwhile shut down the Lissandra and get the kill. Are they gonna be able to chase up the rest of these guys? Blitzcrank quite possibly might die. Oh, it's not gonna have his Corki. Gonna have one more bomb, barely missing it. Barely missing another bomb, or else that would have been another kill. Nice little response there, but both sides getting kills. We're gonna see whether red team can actually take a tower off this or not. I'm not too sure of that. True Shot Barrage coming out. Ezreal is ready, popping a Q as well. He wants to go in. He wants to go in. I think they're gonna turn this around. I think they're actually gonna turn around and go back home. They're staying in here for a little too long at this point. And excuse me while I have a bit of a sip of water. TP coming in from Lissandra. I do believe that's going to be dead. Yep, Frozen Tomb. That's just going to be it. Oof. Oh, the burst, the tomb, the damage, the support. Just a little too much. That Frozen Tomb just... I mean, what are you going to do against that? You're just going to sit there and die. Now Zed trying to catch this. Boo is actually going to be forced to let out of position. It's kind of crazy when you're not even close to safe in your own jungle. Blitz just chasing this guy down and wondering, why is this tower still up? I can get that grab. Guys, come on, I can get that grab. Come on, I can get the grab. Seriously, I'm gonna get the grab. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna pop him up. Yep, there you go. Silence him. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull him in as well. Zed's gonna go away, but he's gonna die. Is Lissandra gonna die in response to Jarvan coming in? Not sure whether the Ryze actually was gonna try to do some, but he died pretty quickly. Barely managing to survive that fight. Alistar actually saving his life. I gotta say, on the red side, one of the best, the guy that's probably doing the most work is Alistar. He's just running now, has a ruby sightstone. Just friggin' machine this game, running around trying to get vision, trying to do, oh look at that flashing, gonna get a headbutt, and it's gonna be, I do think they're gonna get him. Exhaust, that's gonna guarantee the kill. Even gives it to the Kayle. See, that's what I'm talking about. Alistar doing the plays. Now Jarvan Blitz, he's gonna turn and try to headbutt, pulverize them so that he can try to get the kills on him. Corki coming in as well to try to get a kill, but he's just not gonna happen. Frozen Tomb coming in for Lissandra. She's gonna zone just to try to stay away. People being popped over from all sides. And Lissandra, she actually just thought for a second she was actually gonna try to chase this Corki, but she just tried to catch him there. Corki was trying to actually get the Blitzcrank response there from Ryze, but I do think they're going to get this quickly. Lissandra actually going in a little too heavy, and Lee Sin quite possibly taking away his own kill by doing that. Jarvan and Lee Sin are actually going to chase down this Corki and get him just fine. 2 unfortunate kills in response for red team, actually, that really didn't have to happen there. Because they were just a little bit overzealous. I'm gonna have to click jump to live pretty soon so that, you know, my replay doesn't cut off. Hopefully it works. If not, I apologize beforehand. Seems like red team is actually gonna want to grab this dragon right here. Oof. I mean, seriously, at this point, it's one more lost team fight for red team, and that's gonna be a game. Ooh, Zed gonna go in, diving into Ezreal. Is he gonna get him? Nope. You know what? Just gets away with his own life. Not enough to get him though. Really close. Ezreal with Manamune and Iceborne Gauntlet. And now we're gonna see a fight here at red buff. Who's gonna grab the dragon? Dragon gonna go for one of the teams. Oh, Snapadulu. Gonna be a big fight. Blue team seems to have a huge advantage. Kayle gonna try to kite this Woohyun as much as possible. Not gonna happen. Yeah, blue team to boot got the dragon now. Just going in on this Alistar. Gonna be finishing off this entire team. Nice plays, and seems like this Ryze. Ooh, flash coming in from the Blitzcrank, silencing the Ryze just so that Lissandra can do that and just mop it all up. When you consider the fact that both teams have only taken down 2 towers, the goal differential is remarkable. So is the huge disadvantage the red team is currently facing. Nice play there, top, gotta say, by Lissandra, even though I didn't see it. Actually entombs herself as the surrender comes in from red team. So even though they've only lost 2 towers, they just weren't playing well enough to really. The team fights were getting a little bit out of control. People like Lissandra just a little bit out of control, and I gotta say, Blitzcrank was playing really well to make the plays. And while on the opposite side, you definitely saw that Alistar and also Zed, especially Alistar, really trying to make the plays, really trying to bring it back for the team. It just unfortunately was not possible for him there. But you know, nonetheless, very good play. Tell me guys if you enjoyed the game. I hope you did. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. It was my pleasure. If you did enjoy it, please click on the screen in front of you to actually check out another one of my Korean commentaries. Subscribe to the channel if you like. Please leave a like and a comment. And again, subscribe to the channel if you did like it. And tell me what you thought. GG guys, Ranshin, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I probably said that like 4 times now. I gotta stop doing that.